Post Malone, our dear friend. My good, one of my best friends in the world, Post Malone. My best friend? Everybody's giving me shit for that. I said he's one of my best friends.
Like, I'm the next Post Malone. That leaves you. I'm like, oh, I'm too famous for Ethan. Bye.
Oh, yeah. That did happen with Post.
Were you like trying to text him and you just like weren't hearing back? He like ghosted you?
Yes.
Ethan from h3h3 Productions is a popular YouTuber who currently has one of the most successful podcasts. Post Malone is one of the top A-list singers, but there was a time when their paths intersected. If you want to see the incident that I believe caused their paths to diverge and ultimately make Post ghost Ethan, skip to this point in the video. Warning, it involves Yiddish ghosts. Otherwise, let's start from the beginning. Ethan was a bit starstruck when Post Malone contacted him after the success of his first single, White Iverson.
And that video has like, what is it, like 250 million now or something?
Yeah, 250 million, something like that.
So how does it feel to have basically our entire YouTube career and views on one video?
It happens so fast.
Message to haters.
We're coming for you.
I've never dabbed.
I gotta see it.
I have never dabbed, and I never wanted to have dabbed.
But you have to dab.
I want to be like, I have never dabbed once in my life. I feel like everyone's gonna unsubscribe if they see me dab.
If Ethan dabs, you have to smash that motherfucking like button.
All right, guys. This one goes out to my boy Logan Paul. Double dab.
How do you sit here? You see the chair?
Yeah, I was confused by
What are you talking about? This makes total
It
sense.
looks like a torture device. That's for eating feasting later.
I love this classy scenario we have here on living room.
The table is for your feet. No, sorry, you're too rich to do that.
What's the butler?
Oh, yeah, Florian's nice. I decided that he's right.
Private jets are amazing. 30 minutes. I will never drive to Las Vegas again. 30 minutes, $200, and you don't even have to be a rich fuck boy. I was kind of hoping that the plane would go down, just because it would be like so epic if all of us in Austin died. Like, that's pretty gangster. That's pretty dope. That's pretty rock star.
Ethan wants to please Post so much that he engages in activities that are outside of his comfort zone and make him seem out of place.
I don't think I've ever drank on camera. Ever. Like a lot of YouTubers do, like, I'm getting drunk and doing some wild stuff. I'm going to kiss a boy. I don't know what people do when they drink. But today, in honor of Austin coming out, we got a 30-pack of Bud Light. Oh, dude, when Post Malone's here, we smoke, we drink, we get weird. I'm going to light one of these up in your honor.
Yeah, kill it.
Guys, I don't smoke. I don't endorse smoking, but when I'm with Austin, he makes me want to smoke.
It's just cigarettes, though.
Smoking is like the worst thing ever for me. Anyway. By the way, I haven't had a cigarette since the last time we hung out, but I love our tradition of just...
Why are you trying to stop?
No, I'm just not a smoker, but I like to get weird and wild, you know, when in Rome. Are you guys mad if I have a cigarette? Because I always see in the comments like,
Well, just,
I'm so
just
disappointed.
don't actually smoke it. Yeah, do what you want.
Sorry, guys.
But
Sorry,
don't take that as me telling you to do it.
Austin had this idea that we go to a spooky... I thought you were talking about like a spook house, but you want to go to an actual haunted place. I'm so down. Show me.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't believe... I'm not a believer.
You're not?
No, not at all.
Okay, so it's actually called the Devil's Gates Dam. Very spooky. L. Ron Hubbard, Aleister Crowley came down here and sacrificed some kids, according to legend.
That's not true.
But we're here.
No,
to,
that is.
Kids?
We're here.
L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah,
He was
Scientology. Yeah.
There's been at least 20 fatalities by suicide here, and like I think L. Ron Hubbard came and he put his dick in all of them.
Stop it, Ethan. You're gonna get us fucking killed.
Spirits, I know that Tom Cruise and L. Ron Hubbard been here and did some terrible things. That's probably why you're upset and why it's such a spooky place. But we come in peace. We're good kids. We're great kids. We're nice kids.
Yeah.
We're just here to see your shit, hang out a little bit, and maybe cross over to the other world, but come back. We want to come back. So please.
Does Post seem happy here? It may seem dumb to Ethan, but to Post, ghosts and ghost hunting are things he really believes in. Yet Ethan is unable to suspend his disbelief and actively makes fun of it.
So a couple days ago, we posted the ghost hunting with Post Malone video, and then we removed it. And I guess a lot of people have been asking why, so I'll just address it.
Everyone thought that we all hated each other.
Why would I post it?
And like everyone thought that Austin was mad at you.
People were saying that I was super rude, and Austin was angry at me, and they never wanted to, like, he would never hang out with us. Like, it was really surprising because it was lighthearted joking.
Yeah.
Clearly, if there was actual beef, I wouldn't have posted the video. I mean, yeah, I maybe I could see that I was annoying because we went ghost hunting with Post Malone once, and I'm like, and he kept being like, Ethan, stop talking because we're not gonna be able to hear the ghosts. And I'm like, these pussy ass fucking low tier ghosts better step their shit up if they can spook me over my own voice. Yeah, and that's kind of what I would say. Is like, if that's the best you've got.
This point of contention over ghosts will come up again, so I'll talk about it later in the video. I think a fair question to ask is, what do Post and Ethan have in common? I think they have the same sense of humor.
I cannot be outdone. Jake Paul is number one. It's every day, bro.
Can you imagine writing a lyric in one of your songs that said Post Malone is number one?
No. I don't understand. I don't understand. It just flabbergastes
by how this can exist.
Yeah, how people can, like, this is the type of shit that I was making when I was 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, those are like 14-year-old me lyrics. Like,
right.
I am number one. Catch me.
Chew 'em like it's gum.
Right, it's
White
great.
boy from Ohio.
White boy.
Exactly. That's something that I would have said when I was 14.
It's
I
like
just don't know. I think he's being disrespectful. Just the way that he came at several people.
Kendrick, PewDiePie.
Yeah. What do you mean? Fucking Kendrick is a serious artist.
Like
This is a serious.
That tweet.
He is killing it, and he does it for a career. He is good at it.
Yeah.
People like it, and he's like, "Yo, I'll let you have your fucking spot back
That's
whenever
true.
the Paulers are fucking done. But until then, this is my spot."
Yes. Post Malone tweeted this out about a week ago. Sorry, Ela Kleiners. And it showed that he had purchased a bunch of Logan Paul and Jake Paul merch. He gets Austin's address from the merch, and he goes to his flippin' house, dude. He completely doxed Post Malone, and I'm going to blur this whole image out of respect for him. But this video already has 4.3 million views, and he completely doxed Austin.
This is his house. He's got like Rolls Royces and whatnot.
You got the merch.
You got the merch?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm kind of nervous. I love your music.
Thank you, sir.
And so we were like, yo, we got to hand deliver him the merch.
Thank you, sir.
It's good stuff, right?
Got some good stuff, man. It's like a god.
So,
church,
it's like a god church. I just need a little bit of explanation because it's like you were kind of like iffy about the song, but we were like, but then you got the merch, so.
Yeah, man. I just, the merch is fire. I'm a clothes guy, so the.
I know you got the swag,
aesthetic.
bro.
You had the aesthetic going.
He looks angry.
Yeah.
He's just like, what are you doing?
He's like, okay, I was nice to you, and now you're also on top of that gonna put me on the spot and start asking me like, I need an explanation. Were you making fun of me? Because there's no way you'll make fun of me, right? You're Jake Paul, right?
You should have shot him. You should have just shot him dead.
I messed up. I'm sorry, Post. Sorry, dude.
Right.
I like your songs.
I don't mean to drill you.
No. I like to be drilled because,
yeah.
dude, the only way I can get better is by making mistakes, and learning from them.
He hit me up recently.
Jakey?
Yeah, I think so. He said, sorry if I offended you. And I said, hey, man, it's all good over
When
here.
did he offend you? Like when we did the podcast?
Whenever when he came to my house.
It's at this point that both of their lives start to change dramatically.
I used to always joke with Post Malone about, he was like, I'm just a one-hit wonder when he just had White Iverson. And then he had like, congratulations, like, I'm just a two-hit wonder. Now he's killing it, dude. I don't know if you guys have checked out his new single, Rockstar. It's killing. He broke the iTunes streaming record for the first 24 hours. You know he's playing like 20, 30,000 seaters now? To say, Ela is in fact been breathed life into her from my penis, and she is pregnant. Is that not technical? Post Malone, our dear friend. I don't know if you guys followed this. It just happened this morning. Well, last night he won Song of the Year.
Yeah.
VMAs.
Post Malone, baby.
So we can cut to the chase on this one a little bit. There you go.
Everybody give it up for 21 Savage real quick. Give it up for Post Malone. I just want to, you go to bed and you dream about maybe winning, and then whenever you get up here, you don't remember what the hell to say because you wrote it on, but, thank you so much.
We were at his birthday party.
Ethan attending Post's birthday party, July 4th, 2018, is the last time we know for sure the pair were in contact. The following podcast was streamed September 21st, 2018, which is around 3 months after the fact, and may give us a clue as to how Ethan went from attending Post's birthday party to being ghosted.
Post Malone is cursed, you guys. You may have heard the recent reports that, first of all, you all heard about how his plane took off and the wheel blew up on takeoff. They had to emergency land. Thank God Post Malone was okay. Next up, the next couple of days, he's in a car crash with someone driving a $250,000 Rolls Royce, a car crash. Thank God he's okay. God bless the sweetheart of that man. And then an armed robbery took place at his old house. Armed robbers show up at the house asking where Post Malone is. Terrifying. What is going on with Post Malone? Well, we think we have the answer, guys. We think we figured it out. And, of course, it's TMZ who has put the pieces together for us. Post Malone messing with evil spirits on video. Now cursed plane and car makes sense. It all makes sense, finally. Zach tells us the close encounter went down in June in his haunted museum. The object is called the Dybbuk box. Dybbuk is Yiddish for malicious spirit. So this box, this guy Zach, the ghost hunter, it's apparently the most cursed item in the world. So this is the first time he's actually apparently taken the box off or touched the case itself. That's the story. So Post Malone is freaking out. He's like, don't do it. But that's where Post Malone fucked up, you see. See, Zach, the ghost hunter, knows what he's doing. He knows how to handle a curse. He touched the box, the first one ever to do it. Post Malone, being the sweet guy, he tried to break him away from the box, but the curse was transferred to him in that moment. So Austin is freaking out. He's got a beer in hand. He's trying to talk Zach into getting out. He's hyperventilating. He's breathing heavy. He's grabbing him. He's saying they run out of the mitzvah. And I think that I can talk some sense into these Yiddish ghosts. Should I say a prayer?
No.
I think I should say a prayer to lift the curse. Dybbuk spirits cursing Post Malone. He's a good boy. He's a good, sweet boy. He loves his parents. And
is this the prayer?
Yeah, this is my prayer. This is my prayer. I'm trying to banish the Yiddish ghost. He eats well, and I've cooked latkes for him on several occasions. We spin dreidel on Hanukkah together. Me and Austin have spun dreidel, and you are going to curse this good Jewish boy? How dare you? Austin comes from a good family, and also he loves challah bread. I know that because I've shared challah bread with him. If you can lift this curse, Yiddish spirits, Dybbuk, what is it? Dybbuk. And return to your box, then this Jewish boy will be forever grateful. I'm a bar mitzvah. Amen.
Other than not really being funny, what's wrong with this interaction? Well, as Ethan even says...
when we went ghost hunting with Austin, he was very respectful. He was very cautious about the spirits. He believes this stuff.
Yeah.
And he was not fucking around. So I know that he's deadly serious about this stuff.
Remember this photo? What if Post genuinely believed he was cursed, and then Ethan is making fun of him for essentially thinking that? Let's watch this clip that was filmed 3 years after the fact.
Going on fucking ghost adventures, and that's just shit. And then opening up Dybbuk boxes and getting in car wrecks and almost plane wrecks. And
so clearly Post associated the Dybbuk with his plane and car wreck. One last thing to note is that Post remembers the names of the ghosts 3 years after the fact.
Dybbuk.
when Ethan can't even remember them 30 seconds ago.
Yiddish spirits. What were they called? They were called the Dybbuk. The Dybbuk. The Dybbuk. What is it? Dybbuk? Dybbuk.
Clearly, it must have been impactful for Post. Well, you still might be thinking, well, I mean, it's just ghosts. Like, how much can he really care about them? Well, imagine if you're Christian and someone's like, angels? You mean like people with wings, like bird wings? And then there was one that was like bad, and he fell down, and then he lost his wings. He grew like horns and a tail. You can understand how that can be extremely offensive. And obviously for people with poor listening comprehension, I'm not saying that against Christians. I'm saying that's exactly what you shouldn't do. Ultimately, we don't know how deeply held these beliefs are for Post. They could border on religious beliefs, and therefore Post could have ghosted Ethan over ghosts. There is unfortunately one problem with this theory. Post donated a broken guitar on December 18th, 2018, which would have been 3 months after this stream.
Post Malone. This was smashed just this last weekend during his show at Rolling Loud. Signed and dedicated.
This seems to blow the whole theory out of the water. But let's take a closer look at the inscription on the guitar. It reads, "Great moves, keep it up." Not "Let's go Jake Paulers," not for charity, not to Ethan, but "Great moves, keep it up." It's nonsensical. It does not make sense. It's almost as if one of Post's assistants who did not know Ethan repurposed a gift for charity with no input from Post. Nonetheless, after this, Ethan begins to realize Post Malone has deliberately cut contact with him.
Post Malone.
Never heard of him.
Always a favorite guest. Always a treasure to have him on. But was it his last appearance?
I think so.
Will Post Malone ever come back on the podcast?
I don't know. Dude,
The invitation is always
I'd like
open.
for it to
I
happen.
think the guy's too busy.
Yeah, I'd like for it to happen, but
If he ever wants to, I mean.
the truth is that I've lost touch with him, more or less.
Really? I didn't actually.
The last time I spoke to him was
Well,
I
he
think
donated
even
to our
before
charity
Theodore,
stream.
like, no?
I guess that was like a year ago now.
kind of when Theodore was born, was around the time that we just, not for lack of trying, I think he's just too big. Not for me. I mean, he's just busy. There's a lot of people in and out of his life, so I don't hold any ill will for the guy. I wish him well, and
Sure.
he's a great fucking dude. So certainly nothing bad ever to say about him. But I'd love to have him on anytime. But yeah, I mean, first I got to talk to him first.
Right.
Before he comes on the show, but
Like, I'm the next Post Malone. That leaves you. I'm like, oh, I'm too famous for Ethan. Bye.
oh yeah, that did happen with Post.
You think that's why?
I don't know why Post never stopped talking to me. So here's the thing about Post Malone. On a personal level, as someone I consider like a close friend, it did hurt my feelings. But on the other end, I understand that his life is so crazy and so fast paced, and he's just surrounded by all these people all the time, and his life is moving so fast that I understand. I don't hold any grudge.
What happened? How did it, like,
Nothing happened.
were you like trying to text him and you just like weren't hearing back? He like ghosted you?
Yes. Pretty much.
No, that does hurt. You know who doesn't do that
Yeah.
is Adam Sandler. He's had his same friend group, Alan Covert. He's his executive producer on all the movies. He has all his little group.
Look,
in his
it's not like we
movies.
grew up together, because I know Post is really loyal to like his friends who we grew up with. So it's like I didn't like grow up with him, but we had like
You
a
were,
really
like, the
fun,
big
good
Nick.
friendship.
And he was like David Dobrik.
Yeah, I was the big.
You
Nick
were
of
like
the
bigger
group.
than him at the time. So he's like, ooh, I got this little come up with like h3h3.
He was having his friends make out with me too, which was weird. I don't understand why.
You guys were like in a private jet with him.
No, we were like very good friends. It does make me a little sad because like just because we were friends and that's it. I mean, that's
And you
it.
don't have like a lot of friends.
No, exactly. He became his rise to fame. Like when I met him, he was like didn't even put out his first album, and so I saw this gradual like rode this like crazy stardom. Not like, but he's like one of the biggest artists in the country, you know? So like, he got kind of more and more distant as he got more and more famous. And I think it's just because his life was just too fast-paced and crazy.
Ethan just, he said I guess this was like yesterday or the day before, he said he was sad because we don't talk anymore.
Oh, yeah?
And it's so funny you mention him. I just got his number back again, so I'm going to text him tonight. He's an incredible guy, and Hila's the most amazing person.
Yeah.
One of his assistants texted me and was like, hey, I work with Post. Let me get your number. And I was like, here's my number. And that's it. That's all that happened. I don't know how to tell the story without seeming like a little bitch, so.
I found it really fascinating.
I don't want to make it sound like desperate or anything. Sorry, Austin, if you're watching this. He's not.
So why did Post ghost Ethan? Clearly it's not a matter of not having enough time or being too big to be friends with Ethan, as
Post is really loyal to like his friend who he grew up with.
it's possible he saw Ethan making fun of the Dybbuk ghosts and was offended. However, it's also possible he never even saw it. But nonetheless, I think this incident is indicative of why Post would want to disconnect from Ethan. I think two decent questions to ask are, why was Post friends with Ethan, and why was Ethan friends with Post? I think Post wanted to be friends with Ethan because he found him funny.
Double dab.
But why was Ethan friends with Post? They don't really have anything in common, and there might have been some social climbing aspect to it. You know, being friends with a rock star seems awesome.
One line that resonates with me so much that I love is work so hard, forgot how to vacation.
Great line.
I love that line.
Well, thank you.
But I'm going to give Ethan the benefit of the doubt and say at first he was starstruck, but then genuinely became friends with Post for who he is. But Ethan's intentions don't matter. Only Post's interpretations of Ethan's actions do. Post is surrounded by people who only want to be his friend because of his status. So it's very normal to be suspicious of people who became his friend after he was a star. Ultimately, Ethan was friends with Post Malone, not Austin Richard Post.